Wario Land, shake it, playthrough. Here we are, still in World or Area 3, Rocking Range, and I guess this is, It's All Mine. And this is where the levels start to get extremely chaotic. So the next level is actually going to have 5 objectives. I don't think it's possible to get all 5 in one playthrough of the level, but that's usual with most of these. A lot of the times, especially at the ending, you can pick between getting all of the gold or making the time limit, and it's just because to get the gold requirement, you often have to go slower and pick up diamonds and other things like that one up there that are waiting for you, but you can't really get to them in any other way but going slowly. But if you go quickly, then you can make the time limit, no big deal. Now, if you want to get that diamond, what you actually need to do here, which I'm not doing a very good job of because I didn't figure it out till later, is that you need to ground pound that fork guy out of his little pit, and that's what we're gonna do with the ball here to free that button so we can throw the ball at the button, which is going to become pretty much required here in a second. But I wondered if we could throw the ball at the diamond and collect it. The answer to that is no, and if you happen to throw the ball somewhere where you can't get it, just ground pound again. But here, if you ground pound to get that guy up out of his little hole there, and then you wait for him to attack you, he should go upside down, I think, and you may have to ground pound him again to make him go upside down, but you should be able to jump on him and then make it up to the diamond. That's something that's kind of difficult to do though, so I'm not going to bother here. Remember, we're going to be taking a lot of damage in these later levels, at least especially me, because it's the first time I've played them in many, many years, so I don't really know what's waiting ahead of me, and when you take damage, just shake an enemy and you'll be good to go. So we'll want to just keep on heading over here. Be a little bit careful with these fork guys. They can do some damage to you pretty easily. And then we can drop down here if we want to. There's going to be a pipe, and there's going to be a couple of pipes in a few of these levels that I'll be doing that I don't actually end up completing because they are just kind of ridiculous, especially just for the purposes of the video. And when I just kind of want to record the game mostly to show it off, I'm not really interested in 100%ing it. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time doing the pipes, so that's just how it's gonna go. But we can pretty easily get that chest, just run over, and then once we grab it, we can head outside the pipe and then work our way toward the right side of the screen, which is what the game should be called, really. Go right, 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 and then on the way back, you just go left, 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 and come on over some of these bones. And then here we are inside of the next screen, so there's going to be even more fork enemies. They're just going to throw them all over you. And there's going to be a couple of, or at least that one rocket guy, that one cannonball guy. You want to destroy him because he is not very nice. And then a couple of enemies down here, you're probably going to want to kill both of them. And we're going to have to throw the ball up onto this stupid button. But it can be a little bit difficult, especially thanks to the Wiimote controls, to actually aim the button. And I finally got it there by hitting it at about the top of that block. So that took a couple of tries, but we got it eventually. And then we can come down here. And there's going to be more fire here. So we had fire in the last level, and that was a lot of fun with how easy it was because it was the first time they were introducing fire. At least I think it was one of the first times. But this time it's going to be a lot harder. There's a fire block there with a pipe that has a chest, and then a fire block to our right. And I actually end up getting the one to the right, but I cut a lot of that. I cut a lot of that out because I spent a ton of time doing this, way more time than I really wanted to. So when you get caught on fire, you need to jump on these platforms here and then just keep jumping until you get where you want to go. But I wasn't going to show my many failures of attempting that, and I eventually just gave up on trying to get the one on the top left. So not a big deal really, but that's something you can do if you want to, I guess, or that can be done. Once we get into this room, there's going to be a conveyor belt with these bombs, and just jump over them, not a big deal at all. This is the level where I learned that when you are sprinting, you can crouch, or you can slide, and that's how you're going to get that chest we saw up there, because if we do what I'm about to do, which is step on these buttons, they will blow up, and once these bombs blow up, you have to restart the level to try it again. I don't know why they're so harsh with that, but that's how it is. So if we're running, sprinting with this thing, we can in fact dash underneath that wall that we need to get to the chest. But like I said, not really that interested in doing a 100% walkthrough here, so I'm not even going to worry about it. And then we can get into the room with the fairy, and getting out of this level takes almost as much time as getting here did. So we're going to want to get the ball from the right, throw it at the button, and that will send the conveyor belt over to us. So if you're interested in doing this quickly, I would suggest that you get that ball and throw it on the other side of the fairy, just so you don't run into it like I did there. And I know that was like half a second lost, but if you're trying to finish it in time, especially with these games with the very strict time limits, that half a second makes a big difference. And I get pretty dang close, man. I get really close to finishing this level the way you're supposed to. We get a lot of coins that way, but alas, I don't get it. I did not really see that wall there. It kind of blended in with the rest of the screen, so that was very disappointing, but I probably would have messed up this stuff anyway, so who really cares? We could go back down with the sprint here and break through all those teeth and get those coins and that diamond down there if you really wanted to, but I want to get out. And right there, you need to jump, but I didn't see that, and the screen had just started and it's moving very quickly, so of course I get stopped by the little tiny lip. That was great. Once again, I was pretty dang close to getting this to the end. I guess not really all that close, but I think if I had made it here, I would have been absolutely fine. And maybe even made the time limit, who knows, but that's alright, that's how it goes. And then we'll just keep on heading over to where we came from, make it into the cannon, which will take us up, and gotta be careful with the Wiimote controls, they like to throw your aim all over the place, and then we're done. So the next level is going to be similar in length. It looks like the next level's pretty chaotic too. There's a whole lot going on, a million places to explore, and just no easy way to get to them on your first try, especially when you've never seen them before. But for that one, we did not get anywhere near close to the 50,000 coins that we needed, and that's how it goes sometimes. So then we can head over to Glitter Town, and it says this one could be tough, which is kind of true. This is where some of these levels are definitely going to start being more annoying, and they're going to be a little bit longer as well. So maybe I'll have to start making videos with one level per video instead of two like I'm doing now, but I guess we'll find out. The next boss is pretty easy. He's kind of a creepy boss, but I like him a lot. He was fun. So head on over, big surprise, right to the right side of the screen, and we're going to get these strange jets of water. They kind of look like dirty water, though. I don't really know what they are. Maybe they're just steam, but whatever they are, we can actually jump on them when they are being jetted up. So that's what we're going to do once this thing comes up here, and if you follow the coins, you will be led to good places. So there's going to be an enemy here that, as far as I know, is invincible. There's no way we can kill him, and I tried that here. Tried knocking him upside down, but he's just immortal. So I'm not really too sure how we're supposed to get him off of that platform to get that golden bag that I destroyed, but hey, that's my mistake, so I couldn't quite get that bag, and then we'll see some lights that will actually show us the platform. So once we make it on over into this room with the slot machine, it's going to have bombs and enemies, and we need to ground pound when there is a bomb. If there's an enemy, you're probably going to want to leave the screen and come back so it goes away. Which is ironic, because usually when there's an enemy, you have to leave the screen to get it to come back instead of making it go away. But you know what I mean. So there's a diamond over to the left, but we can't really get that right now. So we just need to come over to this slot machine, and we're going to need two things. We're going to need a bomb and a, what's it called then? A ball. So I did not put that bomb close enough, but I got the ball the second time, so that was easy, and then we can use the ball to destroy the enemy that I spawned here, and the ball's gonna come bouncing back, so you just kind of gotta move over and push down on the D-pad to drop the bomb so it doesn't fly back into your arms, and then we're gonna want to blow this wall up, and there's gonna be yet another button here that we need to press with that ball, so let's go back and grab it. Try not to run it into the complete other side of the room, and then once we head over here, we can hit the button, and again, I cut out most of my attempts because that took more than one try, and if the ball gets stuck up there, just, you know, ground pound it, you'll be good to go. And then let these guys fall down. Then we can get into this area, which is also a pretty huge area. So there's going to be more of these steam vents, and we're going to want to jump on this shorter one. And you can make it over here to the left if you want to. There's a pipe that I couldn't figure out how on earth I was supposed to do. So instead of showing all of that, I just came back out, cut it all out, and we're going to head on back to the part of the level where we are supposed to go. So we're going to head on back here toward the steam, but that's not quite high enough. Actually, it might be high enough. Yeah, it is high enough. So anyway, we just want to grab the, whatever that's called, the money bag up there. And there might be something else to the left if you have better timing than I had. I think there's a chest over there. I'm not really going to worry too much about it, though. And it looks like I am going to worry about it. And no, can't quite make it. Okay, I actually don't think there's anything over there. So good to know. Good to remember that. But I do think I actually go back on the steam and get back on the taller steam to grab the money bag, and then we can just empty this. Kind of made a mistake doing it here because I thought, oh no, everything's falling down, but look, they're actually down there on the bottom because it's not the end of the screen yet, so that's good for us. And then we can hit this to free that guy. I don't really know what purpose that served us right away, and we should be bouncing over those if we wanted to get across this, but oh, that other one might be so we can free the golden enemy. But anyway, I fell down to the spikes, and since you're immortal for a couple of seconds when you get hit, doesn't really matter. This is another level where they want you to do the whole thing without taking damage, and I think this will definitely be one of the harder ones, just for the sheer amount of garbage they send your way. Plus, there's going to be more of these platforms that the spotlights are going to be revealing to us, so be sure to grab the checkpoint. And there's a golden bag we can get if we went the other way, but you know what, I don't have anywhere near the correct amount of money anyway, so we're just going to free the fairy and then run on back down to our left. And again, follow the coins, they will lead you to good places. This one I'm pretty sure I do horrifically bad, and that one has a lot of coins in it, so if you wanted to sit there and do that, I guess you could. I don't really know what the purpose of that would be, though. And then we can try to follow this around, but again, I didn't jump, so that was not nice. They love to throw that at you in this game. Just random places where you can't really jump to, but it doesn't matter too much because we would have gotten into this room anyway. Now we need a bomb to blow up this platform here, or this block, and once that is done, we'll be able to go down. And I think if you ground pound from here, maybe not. Okay, that must have been a different area. But anyway, we'll head into this speed block and then try doing it all over again. We can jump to get a few coins that aren't worth too much. And then just keep on heading over to the left and trying our best to pay attention. But it's kind of hard to do when you don't know the level. But no big deal. We made it. Did not make the time limit. Not even close. I think, how close was I? Was it 140? Because that was really close. Oh, 150. So yeah, it was 12 seconds off. Not even close. But that'll be it for this level and also for this video. I'll see you in the next one where we take on the boss of Area 3.